Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Update, my 1000 Days Challenge. This is day 569, so let's get things started. Right, so first and foremost, today is a Sunday, so most of the market itself, traditional valuation market is closed. So on Bitcoin itself, we do see further bearish momentum, and yeah, you can see over here, we're actually trending towards the downside right now, as of me talking right now. So definitely, hopefully, do see some sort of support, in which case we could potentially still have a positive crossover, but bearing in mind that the daily chart doesn't look good. And I also did mention, yes, last week, the rate candlestick sell over here is definitely not a good sign as well. So definitely something to take note as well. But of course, if we do form a higher low and then we bounce back up, that could be the change the shift of the momentum itself. So that's always something to bear in mind. And overall, even though we are trending towards the downside still, we do see a decrease of momentum. So that's definitely a start of a good sign, not to say that it has to happen. So somewhere along here, we see a trend of a decreasing sell-off pressure, and then we slowly start to pick right back up into it. So in terms of downside wise, I do see 30K will still be a potential region to be looking to, somewhere along the 30 to 33K region itself. If you do find support over there, that could potentially form a double bottom, but that is provided strong support do comes in over the region there. If that does not happen, we definitely do see much further downside, in which case we could retest the 25, 23, or even the 20K or even lower than that. So there's always a risk to bear in mind. But for me, I'm still holding strong in terms of my long-term position, simply because I can't possibly time where will be the exact bottom, and it will be too risky to actually trying to time the exact bottom itself, because it could bounce back at any time. And at the end of the day, for long-term investment wise, I'm looking at 5 to 10 years down the road, and I'm confident that Bitcoin by then in the 5 to 10 years down the road will be significantly higher than where it is right now. Very much likely in the 6-digit range itself, I would say near the 300 to 500K mark. 5 to 10 years down the road. So that's where my aim is at, and I still see a potential 7 to 8x kind of gain, and that's definitely 7 to 10x kind of gain. That's definitely a good return over the next 5 to 10 years. Right. Otherwise, no good setup on the forward chart. Of course, you could say that you could potentially enter a short here, but because like what I mentioned, I wanted to have a quick rebound upward before I enter a short, but in this case, it didn't. So if it didn't, I'm not going to enter a short just like this, simply because of the poor risk to reward setup. I will have to wide enough stop loss, and then my target will be very close to the support region, which may not make much of a good sense in that sense. Otherwise, that's more or less about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to write your comments below, or I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.